I'm Evan Gudmstead, an instructor of application and web development at Rankin Technical College. I'm going to go ahead and install the Azure command line CLI, command line interface, and authenticate with Azure CLI. The reason I'm going to do that is it allows me to instantiate these AI clients a little bit easier. You can kind of see a chunk of code here. Now that I have a LLM deployed on Azure, for me to spin up an AI client required, those lines of code. And if I go ahead and authenticate with the Azure CLI, and if I log in with that CLI, you can see the code to spin up an AI agent is much simpler. So I'm going to go ahead and run. There's a few different ways. There's a what's called WinGet, which is a Windows package manager, and this is a tool that you can run in PowerShell. So if I just kind of boot up PowerShell in Windows, and I'm going to right click run as administrator. Now this WinGet command looks like this. WinGet install, and then switch exact, switch ID, Microsoft Azure CLI, and then hit enter, and I will agree. This will get the latest version of the Azure CLI, which as of today is 2.77. We'll let this install. Okay, pretty straightforward, and it says successfully installed. Now to go ahead and boot this up, we might have to reboot the terminal window. So if I run that, yeah, we're gonna have to reopen PowerShell so that the commands are recognized. And type in AZ that will launch the CLI, the Azure CLI. And we see our list of commands. And now to log in is simply AZ login. Log into Azure. Now I should be authenticated already on Chrome. So let's see if it picks up my credentials. Yes, that's correct. And it does see that I have one subscription. Type a number or enter for no changes. The default is marked with a star. The default tenant is Rankin Technical College. Now type in number 1. Cool. The login output has been updated. Please be aware there's no longer very cool. Okay, and let's go ahead and reboot Visual Studio as well, because any terminal window needs to kind of be reinitiated. So let's boot that up. And now do a console run async, tell me a joke about computers. Console Just catching up. Now I do see that the actual deployment I had was a 4.1 mini. So 4.1 mini. So that might have been part of my mistake. Hey, we are authenticated using my Azure LLM to create this AI agent, and authenticating instead of with our API key stored on Windows, we're authenticating with Azure CLI. Very cool.